Jason, imagine this. Imagine you find out that one of your neighbors has a nuclear missile in their garage.
Is
What would
my
you think?
is my neighbor like the U.S. government or something?
No,
Oh.
they're just a regular person. But
Jeez.
yes, this has recently happened because the thing is, an inert nuclear missile was found in U.S. man's garage.
That's so unhinged.
I'll show a picture right here of the Bellevue Police Department responding to this and the missile here.
Dude, how's that guy standing so close to that? I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
So the thing is, I'll get to that in a minute. The thing is here, the police in Washington State say an old rusted rocket was found in a local man's garage. It is an inert nuclear missile. Yes, on Wednesday, a military museum in Ohio called police in the city of Bellevue to report an offer of a rather unusual donation. So they tried to donate this.
Is
by
that
the
nice
way.
though? You know, it's pretty
It-
good.
You would imagine that this would be very nice, but the first thing they did, they called
Get reported to the police.
Yes, they reported it to the police because the thing is, they didn't know necessarily if this was an active missile. I'm pretty sure that they had some knowledge that it wasn't, but I'll get to that in a minute too. So the bomb squad was sent. The police bomb
What are
squad
they gonna
was
do?
sent to the potential donor's home to
Okay.
check this out because that is a very rational thing to do.
I would call someone else.
Yeah, and the thing is, the police actually said this. They said that they're gonna think it's going to be a long time before they get another call like this again.
I don't think they would ever get a call like this again.
But you know why that's so funny? It's because it is Elton John's, iconic song "Rocket Man." So they were making a reference to that. Yeah. So the thing is here that in a press release, police say the device is in fact a Douglas Air 2 Genie, previously designated MB-1, an unguided air-to-air rocket that is designed to carry a 1.2 kT W-25
kiloton?
nuclear warhead. Yes. So it was this was a rocket meant to carry a nuclear warhead. And you know what? I'll be getting into a couple more details after you consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. We put out videos daily. We have a library of over 300 videos. And the thing is, subscribing's free. It doesn't cost anything. It only takes a second. So consider subscribing. It does really help out the channel. So, yes. So this was a rocket that was designated to carry a nuclear warhead, which is insane that this guy would have it. But you wonder, it's like, how did this guy come into possession? Why was this guy donating it? And what was the reaction of having the police called on him? Because what would you imagine? It's like you're trying to do a good thing, but you get the police called on you.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird because it's like, what are they gonna do? It's like you're not supposed to have this. Like, I don't know. Just have it.
Yeah, he just had it. The thing is, there was no warhead attached, so it's just literally just a rocket. There was no warhead attached, meaning there was never any danger to the community.
Wait. Okay. So when you say inert, that means that there was no war. So
It's
nothing nuclear about it.
No, nothing nuclear about it. It was just the rocket. It was just essentially a housing for rocket fuel. This is the best way to describe it. Is that no warhead attached, just the rocket.
Lame.
Yeah,
lame.
it would be crazy if the guy had a nuclear warhead on this.
That's what I thought was going on.
Yes, because the thing is, the man who
Uh-huh.
does not wish to be identified, the donor,
I'm pretty sure.
is extremely irritated by the media coverage of this. Because the thing is, he was not expecting a call. And he was not expecting any of this to happen after reporting this donation offer. It makes sense though, because you're trying to do a good thing. It's not nuclear missile. It's not a nuclear missile attached on there. It's just a rocket, like a housing for a rocket.
It's literally just a piece of metal that I feel like I don't know. It's there's nothing. They reported about nothing.
Yeah, the thing is too that the officials never believed that it was there was a nuclear warhead. They never believed it was dangerous.
So then they just swatted the guy.
They just swatted the guy just to make sure that it was like it was safe, I guess, by the bomb
What?
squad. But the thing is, too,
That's so
you
dumb.
you know what would happen if this actually did have a nuclear warhead? They would have to evacuate 150,000 people away from the city. But that's yeah, they weren't going to do that. They weren't going to do that in the first place unless they knew for 100% fact that there was a nuclear warhead attached to that. The man told police that the rocket belonged to a neighbor who had passed away and was originally purchased from an estate sale. But I also wonder what kind of neighbor is buying this from an estate sale?
I mean, it's
You find a
kinda
lot of
cool.
things.
Yeah, in the state sale. It's just collector stuff. I feel like people have like tanks and other like
Tanks?
like war memorabilia and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, war memorabilia I get, but like a tank or like a rocket that could
Yeah.
house a nuclear missile or a nuclear warhead, I think those are completely
No,
no.
no, because it's like the missile didn't even have a thing attached.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Nothing.
think you would find the missile or the warhead at an estate sale, but that would be wild if you did. The thing is, yeah, police ultimately deemed the item with no explosion hazard because the item was inert and the military did not request it back. Police left
Nope.
the item with the neighbors to be restored in the museum.
I would have been like, nah, you don't get it. I'm saying to a different museum. You guys suck.
So the thing is, according to the Seattle Times,
Mm-hmm.
the rocket was used by the U.S. and Canada during the Cold War. So it probably was supposed to be like in operation during that time. But
Probably just sat there, did nothing, and then they're like, oh, we don't need this anymore.
yeah, no, we saw the picture. It was rusted. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It probably wasn't in use, but at the same time, it does beg to question. It's like. I think the museum should have known as soon as as soon as they got that call and they told him it's like, hey, it's like this is not a non-operational missile, no warhead, no anything attached to it. This is fine. I don't think he needed to have the police called, but it kind of makes sense because
Doesn't make sense.
it doesn't.
No.
It's like, I mean, yeah, you're right. Unless it had rocket fuel in there, then I don't think.
even
yeah.
then.
Even then.
It's just like rocket fuel.
Yeah, true.
It's not a. It's
No.
not a. There's nothing explosive. Well, I mean, if it's rocket fuel,
Yeah,
I
if
guess
it's
it would
rocket
be.
fuel, it's a little bit of a different story. But yeah,
But even then,
but the thing is, I would want to know your opinion if you think that, or if you found out that your neighbor had a nuclear missile. If you didn't know anything else about it and you just heard it's like, hey, there's this guy's holding a nuclear missile in his garage, I would say no way, and I would want to see it. That's That's my first reaction on it.
the fuck you do.
Oh my god.
See, imagine that. Like, how would you even up that? You're like, oh, well, it's like the Borat thing. It's like, I get a clock, he get a clock.
Oh my
I
god.
get this. I get a nuclear missile. He no get a nuclear missile.
Oh my god. But yes, I would also want to know from our audience what they think about this and if they found out that their neighbor had something like this.
I feel like people do collect a lot of interesting things, and I think like this is just something that he thought was cool and wanted to. I feel like the museum could have probably contacted.
They could have sent someone
person-
there.
They could have contacted like, hey, could you send over someone to like this check out this thing? I don't know. Like, it's obviously there's no issue. I don't know. It just seems like if you get like effectively swatted and it's like, oh, this guy's got whatever.
Yeah,
The boss was like, no, this it's not
That's
that big a deal.
scary. That's scary. You
Well, the
you
guy
get
didn't know. He
police-
just like, oh, geez, he's getting.
he was extremely
raided.
irritated. Yeah, I would be too, and he didn't want to be identified too.
Well, I mean, too bad.
Too bad, but at the same time, I understand the guy's feelings on all this.
He tried to do, like you said, he's tried to do something good, and then bam.
Yeah. But yes, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below on what side do you agree on, the side of caution, or do you agree with this guy on like him having a rational response to this? Yeah, let us know in the comments down below.